Hey everybody, Aline here. This video is going to be the first video ever where I fully introduce myself. My name is Aline. I am a Vietnamese living in Australia. And I am an immigrant. I am going to be the first generation that migrate here, and I'm so excited for that. Before that, I was living overseas in Singapore for a bit, and I have been moved overseas ever since I was 13. So living outside of my country has really helped me grow so much, and I've learned so much about different cultures. And now sometimes that makes me feel like I have struggled a bit with my identity. That am I Vietnamese, am I Australian, am I Singaporean? But more on that later. Maybe I can discuss about that in one of my videos later. But I'm currently working 9 to 5 in market research. I've always had a deep passion for food, and I've also got a degree in food science. I love to do research, which is why I've gone into market research. And even in my 5 to 9, I found myself just learning new things, going down different rabbit holes. And it just gave me so much joy just to learn new, different knowledge. And I'm just so curious about how things work. And I think it's something that I've been doing since I was little, even when grade wasn't a motivation for me. But the fact that I get to study and I get to get good grades, and it gives me an immense satisfaction. And I think that's a bit weird. But I don't know, that's who I am, and I fully embrace myself for that. I am currently in my late 20s, and sadly I'm going to be 30 in a couple of years, but I don't know, maybe it'll be a good milestone to have. What inspired me to create a YouTube channel is, like all millennials, I grew up watching YouTube. I've learned so much from YouTube. I've learned my first ever course, like biology, chemistry. I learned how to do math. I learned how to do my makeup. I learned how to drive. I learned how to read better, speak better, and be confident, and how to journal. So like a whole long list of things I've learned. And I wonder sometimes, do people who are on YouTube, the YouTubers who have made those videos, do they know how much impact they've made on my life? I think the thought of that tickles my brain a bit, and I feel like I really want to make that big of an impact for people just like me. Maybe me a couple years ago, who are a bit lost in doing what they're doing. They just don't know what the hell they're doing with their life, and their life is just a big mess. They just graduated, and all these courses are jumping in their faces, and all these career directions. And I want to be someone who can guide them through that journey in life, just like how I got through it. Even though I'm still not at my destination, but I have enjoyed the process and the journey a lot more. And I can't tell you if I will be there soon enough or not, but I know that I am confident in where I am going, where am I heading, and I feel like I really enjoy the road and just enjoying the yellow brick road. Another thing that I've seen and feel very inspired by is Ali Abdaal and other YouTubers who have a 9 to 5 just like I do, and they have managed to make YouTube something that they create them so much joy, at the same time create them money, and in turn they get time freedom. That is something that is so cool, and I would like to be able to get there one day. I am also very, very curious. I have learned many things outside of my day-to-day work. Even when people are not expecting me to learn things, I just go down rabbit holes, and I like to collect knowledge. I like to understand how things work. I think it has come to a point where I am ready to share all those knowledge, because if I continue down the road of just exploring knowledge and not applying them and not sharing them with others, it doesn't complete the knowledge cycle. And it does create a little bit of a hole in me, because I do not have the means to share those experiences with people. So I think YouTube is just the perfect platform to do that. It is a way to also improve lots of my skill that I would like to work on, like presenting, public speaking, improving my confidence, teaching others, explaining concept in simple terms. And I want to use those videos that I've collected over the years. They are so beautiful, and I thought it's such a shame to just keep them locked up in a little hard drive and no one ever bothered looking at them. So why not? The things that I really learned, topics that I'm passionate about, I am actually on my health and wellness journey at the moment. I'm trying to get into shape because I am going to get married in a year, and I want to have a body image that I'm aiming for. It's not necessarily like the ones you see on Instagram. It's just a goal that I want to be strong. I want to be able to just feel confident about myself, because I have been quite slack about it, to be honest. So that's one thing that I will definitely include on the channel: how to eat right, the ways to improve gut health, ways that I use to exercise, or programs that I use. And I think that will create a platform for me to reflect on those as well. I love, love, love to be productive, even though it can be a toxic trait sometimes. But I think over the years, I've accumulated so many tips and tricks about being productive that I'm absolutely confident that I can share with you guys who also wants to improve their life and be productive and just create a life worth remembering. I love to read books, so definitely there will be some book summary or book reflections going on in my channel. A creative hobby that I have is drawing and painting, so maybe I will include some footages of that, or the process of me trying to be more in touch with my inner self, because I actually grew up learning to paint just from reading mangas, and I actually created little stories in my head, and I found it so fun to just write my own manga. So maybe that's something we can talk about in this channel. I'm also on a journey of finding my confidence. As I grew into an adult, I feel that sometimes I do not have the means, or I do not have the confidence to make those decisions that big adults make, and I really have to navigate it myself. And I hope that through my tips and tricks on what I've shared or my experience, that you will be able to navigate through your adulthood as well. I will also include my travels, my lifestyles, and mini challenges that I put myself. And another really great things that I've learned throughout the year is journaling. And that's helped me so much, and I would like to include that here in this channel as well. So you see, there are so many different topics that I am very interested about, and we'll explore it throughout, because that is a whole aspect of my personality, my hobbies, and that just makes me a unique YouTuber, I would say. I really do hope that you'll enjoy the content of this channel. I am planning to post one video a week with the variety of topics that will evolve over time, like those topics I've touched on before. I want to include cinematic vlogs as well throughout, and I will experiment with styles over time. So that's me, Aline. Thank you so much for watching through this video, and I really hope that you have a great time on my channel. Until next time.